Hey guys, it's Jen, and I am back this time with an 8.5 by 11 layout that I decided to do. This is using one of the pictures that I printed using my Canon selfie that I got myself a few weeks ago. So when I printed out the picture, I used a photo collage app on my phone, and I got that from watching a video here on YouTube, so that you can fit two pictures on one piece of photo paper instead of just one 4x6. So because those pictures are quite a bit smaller, they seem to just naturally go well on an 8.5 by 11 scrapbook page. And I do have an album that I had here that I had bought for a different project. I never used it. So I thought, why not just go ahead and do some 8.5 by 11 as well? Because I know there are a lot of people out there who do 8.5 by 11. I just never really got into it that much, I guess. Because when I started doing 12 by 12. My style has changed a lot since then, but sometimes I think it is really kind of wasteful to just use one photo on a 12 by 12. And it's not really even all just that as the issue for me. It's where do you store 12 by 12? They're just really difficult to store. So, yeah, I wish I did more 8.5 by 11, but, because I think they would be a lot easier to find a place to keep them. But I was digging in my drawer the other day looking for something, and I found this box of photo splits that I've had since forever, since I started scrapbooking, and I thought, instead of just throwing them in the trash, I will go ahead and use them. So it's a little cumbersome here. You have to pull the, backing off of them. And so I used them on here and then realized that they weren't really holding very well. So then I ended up peeling everything up and using my ATG anyway. So I decided I was going to do a grid pattern, which is not my usual thing. I'm more of a cluster type of girl. But I really like the look of a grid layout. I think it's very clean and, nice to look at. I've been watching some different people on YouTube that have more of a clean line. I can't think of her name right now. I wish I could. Who I've been watching a lot of. She does 8.5 by 11 scrapbooking. But, yeah, so there I'm adding some ATG. But then I saw on the box that it says that they are initially removable, which makes me think that if I left them adhered longer, it would become more of a permanent adhesive. But the problem was they weren't staying adhered and long enough for that to happen because they were like sort of peeling up or lifting up. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, you saw how easy that just came right off the paper. Like the edges of the papers in the picture were like lifting up. And with this stuff having to be lined up, that was just a pain. So I just decided I'm just going to go ahead and use ATG. But I do pull the backings off just because I don't think the ATG would hold very well if it was running over the backer. And this is using the Crate Paper Boys Rule paper pad that I had gotten. They have a lot of really cute papers in it. So, and this picture is of TJ, and they had put this on Facebook and said that, he decided that he wanted to wear a tie that day. So, yeah, I think it's really cute. Him in his jeans and his great big red necktie. And I ended up not using a title on this page, but mostly because I couldn't figure out where to put it. I thought about putting it up at the top, and then that didn't really work out. And then I thought about putting it along the side, and I just couldn't find anything that really worked, and so I gave up and just went without a title. So now it's time to embellish a little bit. I didn't really have a lot pulled out to use on here. I am sort of, like I said, trying to be a little bit less embellished with my scrapbooking. So just as a different look. I mean, I really enjoy using a lot of embellishment sometimes, and then other times I just want a cleaner look, I think. So this is one of those times, and with it being 8.5 by 11, I think it's just, it lends itself to more of a clean line look just because there's less surface area for your eye. I had the like die cut, like embellishment pack as well for this line, so that's what some of this stuff came from. What I'm making up there was just one of the tickets from one of the pieces of paper that I'd cut out. I put adhesive on that and then decided that I thought it would look better popped up since it was on the same color as that piece of paper that I'm going to put it on. I thought popping it up and adding a little bit of a shadow would make it stand out a little bit more, and it definitely does, so I'm glad I decided to do that. And the little pops of red in there to help go with the tie. I'm happy with how this turned out. It's definitely not my usual style, like I said, but I'm pleased with it in the end. I did round all the corners. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. Even on the picture as well. Just because I haven't done that in a while, and I thought that it would be cute. Here I have some wood veneers that I decided I wanted to use. So I'm just sprinkling them about here. Decide where I want to put them. It looks good to me, so I'm going to go ahead and stick it down, but then I changed my mind on the glue I'm going to use. I did end up ordering some of those fine line glue applicators from Amazon that everybody was talking about a few days ago, a week ago or so. They haven't come yet. They say they're going to be here on Tuesday, so we'll see. But I'm anxious to see how they work for glossy accents. I'm not sure how it'll work for my quick dry adhesive, but I am going to try it. And if not that, maybe my tacky glue that I have. Because that bottle is sort of a pain too. And I'm sorry if you can't hear me as well as you usually can, but like I said, well, I don't know if I mentioned it in this video, but it's late and my husband's downstairs watching TV, and I don't really want him to hear me up here talking because he's going to think I'm talking to myself or I'm crazy or something. Because I came up to get my shower and I just thought, well, it's not even worth going back downstairs to watch TV for only a few minutes, so I'll just go to bed. But I was here doing my Bible study, and I thought, I was done with that. I still wasn't really ready to sleep, and I had my iPad, so why not do some voiceovers? That way I can get these loaded while I'm working and I have the Wi-Fi running. I'm probably one of the weirdest people out there, but I turn my Wi-Fi off every night just because all that, added, waves in the air. I know it sounds absurd, and a lot of people don't believe that stuff's harmful, but I sit in front of a computer all day. I have a phone right next to me all day. Ugh. So I don't want Wi-Fi running all day and all night. I mean, while you're sleeping, you're not using it anyway, so. And now that I work from home, it's just as easy to just load them during the day while I'm up. I used to load them at night while I was sleeping, but if it, didn't work, you didn't know until the next morning. But if it's loading while I'm working here at the house, then I can catch it and start it over. So it seems to be working out pretty well. So we're almost at the end here. I think all I've done, or all I have to do yet, is just a little bit of black ink drops here and there, just to add a little bit of interest. Got a piece of paper trimmed up that covers the picture. My goodness, when I'm watching videos and I see people sprinkling ink and stuff and they don't have their picture covered, I'm just like on the edge of my seat. Because if that were me, I would totally have it all over my picture and I would be like so upset. So there we go. Just putting some ink drops on there, and then I dry it a little bit with my heat gun. And then there are a few close-ups coming up so you can see everything a little bit better. So, yeah, I'm not sure where I went off to. Weird. There I am. So there I am drawing it a little bit. So here come the close-up pictures. Feel free to leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And if you like what you saw, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and let me know. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.